and welcome to the show where after the collision, we sift through
the wreckage. Yeah.
And when we're live on our Media Group's YouTube channel, on the Twitch, and of course, channelattitude.com after the fact. I am your host, Jimmy T. He is the best in the world, and my co-host, Jamie the Vet Williams. And Vet, there's a bit of sifting to do, right? I mean, especially with some of the news going around, man.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I guess we better get right to it.
Well, you know what, Vet? Do you believe in conspiracy theories?
I believe that people believe.
I don't even know if I want to even get to this story for you, mate, because you're probably like, who gives a shit?
Well, maybe I will, but I'm sure the people will love it. So let's just do it. Let's start it off with a banger.
With a banger, brother. Well, speaking of brothers, the Hogan situation is a bit odd, actually, Vet. I don't know if you've been paying attention to what's been going on.
Nope.
And whatnot with the whole Hogan funeral thing. I'm hearing at first he was cremated, then he wasn't cremated, he got buried. I have no idea what's going on, but Brooke Hogan has gone pretty crazy, you know, saying all sorts of stuff. I've just got a bad feeling because she claims that, you know, he was very healthy. He shouldn't have died the way he did. There's certain weird circumstances going on. She tried stopping him from marrying his, former wife now, that woman, Sky Hogan, Blair, whatever you want to call her. And, man, she wants to get to the bottom of it. So is there something sneaky going on here with Hogan, or is this just already by his family, no less? Are they blowing all this out of proportion? We're hearing Scientology, we're hearing all sorts of stuff. Is it just all blown out of proportion here? Is Brooke Hogan sort of paranoid?
So here's the deal. When I had completely forgot until, I heard a little bit of this. Nothing, I didn't look into it, of course.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, I'm a big proponent of scrolling past shit. But I did see a thing or two here or there, hear a couple things, right? But see, when I completely forgotten about the whole Scientology thing, I forgot. I just hadn't thought about it.
Right.
But then when I heard that word, like a few days ago, I was like, oh, that's right. That is a thing. We all know that, like, once that's in the equation, I wouldn't call anybody paranoid at this point.
Oh, good. Interesting.
You might want to listen to Brooke, So I don't know. I'm not saying that, like I said, I haven't heard anything she said personally. I haven't seen a transcript. I haven't heard her say it out of her own mouth. I don't know what all it is. And plus, even as just a bystander in this situation, I wouldn't know what to believe or not to believe. But just the fact that you have Scientology involved and what they've got up to, over the years, I wouldn't just throw anything. I wouldn't dismiss anything out of hand.
Well, funny enough, his former wife's parents are the highest level in Scientology in the church. So they're all business. You know, it's funny. They were actually there too when he passed away. None of Hogan's immediate family was there, but all her family was. So I don't know. I'm not going to get into it too deeply. It is weird. I have been sort of paying attention to it because I love a good conspiracy theory, even if it's all crap. I just like the stories about it and whatnot. But we'll see what happens. I've got a feeling that it's going to turn ugly, these court proceedings and whatnot, even though Brooke said she doesn't want any, she took herself out of the will, apparently. Mm-hmm. I don't know what to believe. But what she's upset about, apparently, like Hogan's beach shop and all that, and he's got a restaurant, I think, too, which is similar. All his memorabilia is what she wanted. Like from Rocky 3, for example, when he was in there. Stuff like that. Just certain memorabilia from his wrestling career. She wanted to show her kids and obviously have them as a memento to her father, but they will take it away straight away, man. So when she went to go and to grab him, they're all gone. Every single one of those things, which I also find interesting. I just hope his wife is not a greedy woman and just takes everything for herself, but it seems like it's going that way. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens with that. God rest his soul. Just give his kids something too, for crying out loud. Don't be like that woman. No offense to women. I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, they don't.
Hey,
she doesn't care about anything.
You don't think so?
Not his family, nothing. Don't worry about that.
That sucks, man. For real. But let's move away from that. In interesting news, and this is with WWE, Vet, it seems that Karrion Kross is, at the moment, done with WWE. They could not apparently come to an agreement. WWE did offer him a contract, but it seems like Karrion Kross just didn't, he wasn't impressed by it. He didn't say that, but I mean, what other thing could you say? I mean, he obviously rejected the contract. Now, I don't know if it was less money, but right now he's been moved to the alumni section on WWE.com. And as of right now, he's also a free agent. So, Vet, what's going on here, man? Is he done, you think? He still hopes to sign with WWE, though. Or is this even at work, possibly? And if it is, it's pretty lazy, I still feel, if it is at work.
I mean, once again, you can't rule anything out. You've seen the lengths that people will go to try to pull the wool over people's eyes. Now, you wouldn't have to work this hard if you didn't go around telling everybody everything's phony all the time.
True.
But this is the, you made your bed, now you have to lie in it. So personally, I don't know. And contract discussions don't really interest me because we never know anything for real.
Right. That's true.
We only know when somebody shows up somewhere else where the contract thing is real. So everybody's always talking about, oh, it's a multi-year contract. So you can't even tell me the number of years. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of reporting you get from dirt sheets and such. So, what am I supposed to do with that? Am I really supposed to care? Do I care where Cross goes? No. Is he going to get a better deal somewhere else? No. Whatever the smallest deal that WWE could pay him, who's going to match that? And he knows what's going to happen if he goes to AEW, which is the only place that can match the dollar amount.
Yeah, I don't think they're interested in him. That's what's funny.
They might not be. Yeah. But even if they were, or even if they just wanted to do it just so they could say they did it, he already knows what's up there. So if he's not happy, then if he's not happy now, he's certainly not going to be happy there. I mean, he just got a SummerSlam payoff. He had a featured match at SummerSlam.
Absolutely.
Now, when marks talk about it, they're like, I can't believe they're doing this to Karrion Kross. But it's like, what do you mean? Pay him all this money and put him on SummerSlam? You're like, there's only so many spots on SummerSlam, and you gave one of them to this guy that came out dressed like a gladiator dildo.
God.
Now, I'm not saying that as an insult that it's his fault, but we all saw that, and that was at one time, and now he's one of the chosen few to get a match on the biggest party in history. So I guarantee you, he is absolutely fine where he is. And if he doesn't want to sign, that's kind of crazy to me. But there's obviously factors at work here that I'm not privy to. So, and of all the people here at this network, I know him the least. So I really can't say anything.
Well,
like with any authority about it. So
I did reach.
You would know better than I. So it's funny you asked me.
I know it's true. I have reached out to him. I have actually reached out to him, but
and he's not gonna talk to you. I will say this though. As I say this out loud, I'm reminded that, part of the reason why he may be struggling to find footing with certain people there is because it's a known secret who he's affiliated with. And that's getting him heat.
You think
right?
so? For sure. Definitely. No, you're probably right. For sure.
Well, not.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't think everybody in the when people talk about having heat, like in the WWE, say,
right.
it's not like the old days. There's probably a couple of people.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably a couple of people where, because of industry beef, they're like, well, fuck Karrion Kross or whatever. And then there's probably like, those slovenly writers in the that you see on Unreal, like Ed Koskey and that other fat guy or whoever.
He's still there, Ed Koskey, bro.
All those guys, because he knows when to shut the fuck up, I guess. But that's the thing. Guys like him, they don't care about the industry beefs that people have with each other. So like, what I mean? If they see Cross, that some of them might be high on him, some of them might be in the middle, but it's not because of the beefs. Every time someone comes on to one of these shows and puts Karrion Kross over to the moon because they personally talk to him or say that they personally talk to him, that gets back. And to the people that matters that are trying to hold him down, that's just further proof that he's associating, you see?
I get you.
So that may be why they're hesitant to do something like that. But in the interest of making money, I always say, get over that shit. And like I said, the last thing we see him do, he does not care about losing to Sami Zayn. Let me tell you that first and foremost. I have not ever talked to him, but I can tell you he does not give a shit that he loses Sami Zayn. So that's only something that the marks care about.
Right.
What he's care about is that payday he took home.
Absolutely.
And he got a Saudi payday. So
true, he was. Yeah, no, he was on the main card. You're right.
So he's on the uptick. He's trending upward, as they say. He'd be a fool to leave now.
Yeah, I find it interesting. Like I said, well, he did kind of hint it to Ray, because of course Ray, speaks to him too. And Ray, sent it to me, to the information, and I'm like, okay, and that was last week, and I actually spoke about it here. Like I said, this is a whole bunch of games. I have no idea what's going on. Like I said, he's no selling me. I've asked him straight up, and I wasn't even expecting him to tell me, but I will say that you're right. He does get close. He's a big listener to podcasts, dude. Like he grew up, for example, on Don Tony and Kevin Castle's show, which I also was listening to and still do. Not religiously like I used to, but for the last 15 years, I've been a avid listener of them and Wrestling Soup. And he gets, once you get talk to him, he opens up to you a little bit. He gets closer, you know what I mean? And you're right. The company probably doesn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like, I guess he's his own man, and really, it shouldn't even matter, right? I mean, unless he's leaking out information about shit, obviously, that's got to do with the company, that's one thing. But he doesn't do that, so I can say that for a fact. He doesn't sit there and say, oh, but this guy, and don't say nothing. You know what I mean? And I've had guys that have reached out to me and they tell me don't say nothing, and I hate that. You know what I mean? Because it's like, why are you telling me then if I can't actually say it? You know what I mean? But it is what it is. And hopefully we do see him ASAP, man, back. But they need to do something, man. They just can't just leave him. I don't know what they're thinking, but it's a bit of a mess right now in WWE. I mean, how do they not even, and stay tuned for the Smack Attack later on tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, by the way, with me and RBV. I don't understand how they didn't even do anything on SmackDown with the whole Brock Lesnar thing. Like, they just didn't even capitalize on shit, bro. Like, how do you do, like... Anyway,
how many people? I want an honest. And I'm talking about honest. Please, everybody here watching live, okay? No BS. The only person that I expect probably some BS is Zane Vicious ain't gonna put it over. But everybody else, put the hand emoji in the chat if you honestly believe that Brock Lesnar was gonna show up on SmackDown.
Honestly, I did.
Okay, so one hand, but everybody else, everybody here, if you honestly believed it, if you didn't, that's okay. If you did and you don't want to be wrong, don't be shy. We're not, this isn't to prove a point that I'm not going to say, ha, gotcha. I just want to know who really thought Brock Lesnar was going to show up on SmackDown.
I'm waiting to get berated, by the way, and I admitted it. I could play dumb. I knew where this was going, and I still admitted it, peeps. Come on. Come on, Liz. Nopers. Liz says no. Cold-blooded,
nope.
Everyone but me, apparently.
Todd, nope.
Come on. All right, Vic, go hit me with a Samboy chip, bro. If you don't know what that is, it's a potato chip from Australia.
Is it?
Samboy. That was the slogan. Hit me with a Samboy chip. I'm ready to get one now, dude.
Damn, I don't see one hand here.
Not one hand. They're either talking liquor over here, or they're throwing me all under the bus.
So
not Perth, J12. I doubt
so
that.
what that tells me, is that, you guys are all very familiar with Brock Lesnar. He's been gone for a while, but you know his pattern. Show up, and then who knows when you'll see him again. Could be weeks. That's what he does. I'm still waiting for somebody to convince me how Brock Lesnar can justify whatever they pay him. Like, I want to know how he makes that back for the company to turn a profit.
Oh, no way. No way. Surely not.
Yeah.
Well, then again, they are making profits, allegedly, right? So maybe it doesn't really affect their bottom dollar that much.
Did you see the quarter reports?
I actually haven't. How long ago earlier you're talking about, obviously?
I'm sure a professor might know this, but talk about the revenue brought in.
I think we spoke about it, Veb. I can't remember the numbers now, by the way.
The revenue brought in versus the profit. Now, the profit is up, but it's significantly lower than the revenue.
You and I were talking about
meaning that it's costing them a lot of money to do this, and they are making a profit, but it's not, it's not nowhere near the revenue. So I guess they're just happy to be in the black right now. But now you bring this guy in. I'm not even talking, and we haven't even talked about the controversy yet of doing it.
We'll get to that too.
But
ESPN deal, don't
worry. Zane said, just look at him. Well, I mean, I looked at him 20 years ago. The time for looking at him is over. Now we've seen him for 20 years. If we're still talking about Julia in 20 years, like, and they're dragging her out there, like, you've had your chance, So
absolutely.
I don't know. But so this is what happens. You have a guy that is notorious for doing only what he wants to do and demanding a lot of money to do it. And then you bring him back to do something he's already done. When Triple H said, how many times did I say this during the watch-alongs and the reviews of SummerSlam? Triple H promised me I ain't seen nothing yet, but everything he showed me, I've seen before. He showed me 5 hardcore matches in a row, so every further match, I'd already seen it that night. And when he brought Brock Lesnar out at the end, I seen him too. And I seen him attack John Cena at the end of pay-per-views too.
And
I've seen everything. Yeah. So, I don't know. But... no one. But since nobody here was surprised that he wasn't here, then I guess that kind of tells you a lot about how educated you guys are. So give yourselves a round of applause.
Straight up.
Yeah, you're all ahead of Jimmy apparently. But
hey, I'm not gonna lie about. I'm a bad liar, just quietly, but because everyone did, absolutely kill it. I'm gonna give him one of these ones, Vet, because they've earned it. Damn it. There you go. That's 2 on the chat. Everyone's cheering. But anyway, well, the only reason why I did expect him, right, is only because WWE's been so bad and I'm talking about in recent weeks, at like doing something, like you don't go from SummerSlam left a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know if I'm just, oh man, what's the word? A lot of people like the show, man. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think, am I crazy? You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm looking at it at a too deep sort of aspect because I look at things like because we do what we do.
Well, wait. Before you continue, Jimmy.
What?
1 second. I'm sorry. I was reading some of what the people were saying, so I want to clarify because I missed it. Are you talking about SmackDown or SummerSlam? You said people liked the show.
SmackDown. Oh no, I'm talking about SummerSlam. SummerSlam.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm with
sorry
you.
about that. Yeah, people liked SummerSlam, and I've gone back and forth with some people, and I wasn't a people power fan for crying out loud. J12, god damn it, fuck Laurinaitis, man. But anyway, yeah, like a lot of people liked it, and I just don't understand it because for me it was just a mess. You know what I mean? But I'm looking at it from that. I expect things, I guess, perfect. Am I fucked for thinking that? Like, I've been a fan for over 40 years, Vet. I just want things done properly. But maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm friggin' over the moon now. Like, I'm starting to feel like Vince McMahon. Like, I'm out of touch, bro. Or something like that. You know, am I expecting too much?
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe. But maybe not. Or maybe it's somewhere in the middle. Or maybe there is no right answer. Because if you think about it, well, I often think about Triple H's position.
Right.
Because he is just putting himself out there, or people are suggesting that he put himself out there, but we know he has no problem putting himself out there.
Clearly.
Right? So even if it's not his idea, he has no problem saying, okay, good idea. But I'm talking about everything else, though. Like,
right.
He's going to be the name that people say to blame for everything.
100%. And he knows that.
He knows that. But there are things that he's got to navigate because there's too many cooks, and not just the kitchen, too many kitchens.
Unreal exposes.
He's getting orders from other kitchens now.
Right.
That he's got to, you know what I mean? And even with Unreal, it's like you never know.
Ridiculous, bro.
They're only showing you what they want to show you, so they edit that however they want. But if there's something else that happened to make some of those decisions, they can decide not to show you that and cover that shit up. Sure. So there's a lot of stuff going on, and that's why, because it's not, WWE is no longer just WWE owned anymore. It's owned by another company. Right. That's owned by another company. That's probably owned by another company that's even off the books. So
actually, if rumors are to be true and conspiracy again, apparently a Chinese company really owns Endeavor and shit.
What does Silver Lake still own TKO, or did they sell it?
They sold it, man, recently, as far as I knew. But it was all low key, dude. And then
no one ever talks about Silver Lake. Because if it's not wrestling related, marks don't care. But there's
under the radar.
Yeah, there's trails that go way high up. And there's so many things at work. When WWE was just WWE, you could definitely blame Vince McMahon for everything because it seemed like he really was in charge of everything. So now it's like even the people in the Vince McMahon spot, all Triple H is head of creative. Mm-hmm. What does that even mean, right? It just means he has that seat at the table. It doesn't, you know what I mean? So he's got some input and stuff, but you know, it's a small part of what goes on there. So when you have that many different masters that you got to serve, and you got to, even all your wrestling politicking that you spent 30 years doing, it's not necessarily going to come out like you're going to know exactly what to do all the time. And so some of these things I think is just like, okay, well, I got to deal with this now and I'll do my best. And then all of a sudden you have to take a hard right, and then you do your best, and then you got to swerve back left, and then you do your best. I mean, the show could be a lot simpler.
Right, but it's reflecting
and
the bullshit that's going on. But
yeah, do you honestly think Triple H, now this could be his fault, but why he didn't put a stop to it, I don't know. Why is Triple H gonna have 5 hardcore matches on one show at SummerSlam?
It's not like Triple H to do that, dude.
He knows better than that.
Right, absolutely.
But why didn't he? Why didn't he do it differently? Was there something else that we don't know? Why didn't he do it? But who would care? Like, nobody. Again, going back to the shadow, the shell companies and stuff like that. None of them care about what the card order is of SummerSlam. So you can't blame them for that kind of stuff.
Oh no, not at all. I'm not.
But man, but you're just asking, like, why don't you enjoy the show, or why do you expect better from the show?
Right.
It could be a lot simpler and a lot more enjoyable, but you got too many moving parts and there's no focus.
Well, Liz says Endeavor via Silver Lake is still the majority owner. Liz, look up. There was recently some sort of sale, and Ari Magnum, please look it up for us, because you've seemed pretty good with it, about him resigning as CEO for a short term, or I don't know for how long, and about selling TKO, or particularly Endeavor. Endeavor got sold. And again, no one spoke about. Can you look into that, Liz, for us, please? I'd appreciate it, man. Because I know I watched it, I saw it, I read it, like, you know what I mean? And we spoke about it very briefly, and no one, not even the dirt sheets, were even bringing it up. Just like The Rock and his heart condition, no one's like talking about. I actually spoke to Stevie Richards about it, and he was shocked. He was like, wow, like, you know what I mean? And shout out to Stevie, because he gave me a shout out on the Russo shows. I'm like, look, man, I would love, because I was saying to him, I'd love to see, what you think about this, because it's kind of weird that no one's talking about it as well. But, if you bring it up, you bring it up. But he was shocked, man, as well. And at the fact that he should go and get some sort of surgery, but for whatever reason, he's not doing it. There's a lot of weird shit going on, Vet, in WWE, and it's resonating onto what's going on television sort of thing. It's kind of affecting the shows, in my opinion. I'm not saying the wrestlers per se, but just the absolute unorganized shit that we see. And that's what I mean. It's unlike WWE to be this unorganized and messy. They're not like that, man. Especially booking a friggin' Extreme Rules event, really, masked with SummerSlam written all over it. That's what it was. You know what I mean? Like, essentially, that's, again, unlike WWE. And I guarantee, you said it, I agree with you, Triple H knows 1,000,000 times better. There's no way he'd book that. I don't believe that. You know what I mean?
So I think what we're seeing here is just the fact that,
oh, here we go. Silver Lake purchasing, it was the other way around. So Endeavor got sold to Silver Lake in March.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's that. Isn't Silver Lake, they got a lot of Chinese friggin' there's a lot of Chinese-related stuff with Silver Lake, man, including Endeavor, too. Do you remember when Endeavor first bought UFC, dude, initially? Do you remember the news at the time? It was years ago now, but...
I probably wasn't following that closely, so...
Okay, I was at the time, because it was a big deal. And even I remember them bringing up the Chinese things and all that shit, and then it was just silent. You know what I mean? And then when you look them up, it doesn't say anything unless you look at the bigger company that's, that all these companies fall under. Also, Silver Lake went private and Endeavor's turned private, yet TKO is public. Like, how does that work? You know what I mean? It's just kind of strange, man. And that leads me now to AEW. Speaking of conspiracy theories, Vet, did you hear about the court proceedings this week with with what happened to the former cameraman and whatnot, and Moxley?
No. Wait, maybe.
Okay,
what happened?
In court, now I don't have the article in front of me because I have to sift through to find it. But basically, the judge wanted to know who the backers are of AEW. The real backers. No, I'm not talking about Tony Khan, like someone's financially backing him. Apparently, there's a bigger company behind AEW. I know you know how WWE used to be Titan Sports? They used to be under that, but it was still WWE. I'm trying to remember what the name was with AEW. I wanted to go back until I find it anyway. So anyway, they want AEW to, fully disclose who's backing them, who's the real owners, and Tony refuses to he redacted all that information, even though the judge wanted it. And if he continues to redact it, there's a big chance AEW is going to lose this case badly. It's going to look bad on them. I find that kind of interesting, dude. Who's the backers? Is it what we've always heard?
In that case, why are they fighting it?
I have no idea. Why are they trying to keep it so like secretive? That's what's weird, dude. What is he worried about?
Yeah, just pay this guy. It's probably he probably wants less than what you're paying the captain Sean Dean.
Well,
yeah, I don't know. Jimmy's frozen a little bit. Either Jimmy's frozen or I'm frozen. Which one is it, guys? Imagine if that tanked AEW. Yeah. Probably wouldn't. Oh, it's Jimmy. I'm still alive. We're good. You guys can hear me? So, well, I don't know. And that's definitely something I don't care. I do not care who owns AEW, who backs AEW. I mean, we know who owns it, but all the people wanted to know is how much of a stake do Warner Brothers Discovery have in it, right? So I don't know what everybody's going to do with that information when they find it out. Like if we were to find out, hey, Warner Brothers Discovery owns a 25% stake in AEW, what are you going to do with that information? Who are you going to run tell? Are you going to create more content around pro wrestling for your YouTube channel now that you know this, so you could tell everybody the same thing that everybody else is already hearing from everybody else? I really don't. I don't know what anybody's going to do with that. So it's just one of those things where I guess people have so little else to talk about. This is the same. Remember, this is how, you go to like one of the sites like a Wrestling Inc. or one of the ones like Fightful or something, and it's just like it's just a whole page full of like people commenting on, so-and-so said this on a podcast, and they'll break that up into several articles, one interview into several articles, because that's just what we do now. Because you can't go listen to a podcast, right? And there's definitely not enough podcasts. So yeah. So I don't know. But if Jimmy's not coming back, I might have to put the gloves on. Oh, he says, what did he say? I got a text. This is live shit here. His PC crashed. Oh, I can relate. I think my PC crashed on one of those review shows or whatever. So there's a lot of that going around. It's probably because everything's just so damn hot. You know what I mean? Yeah, fortunately, Todd, Stevie is a show and not a podcast. Although I must admit, I listen to it as a podcast because I have to do it at work. But yeah, he just says, give me 2 minutes, and that was 1 minute ago. So we're on a countdown. But yeah. So I guess we could do a little bit of sifting while we wait. If you want to. Did I try Battlefield 6? No, I don't really play shooter games. What about you? Is it pretty good? I remember when Battlefield first came out way back in the day, and just the amount of people in the multiplayer was unheard of. And my friend was like trying to describe it to me. It's like you could do all this stuff on the map. Like you could run across the map and get a helicopter and do all this stuff. And I'm like, no, you can't. That sounds made up. Games can't do that. But here we are now. It looks pretty cool though. I mean, graphically. Need a hot tag? I'll help. Well, Professor, if you're available for hot tags, why aren't you just co-hosting this show? You think I want to talk about AEW? You think I want to review FTR matches? It's really good, Scott. You like Battlefield 1 cold-blooded? I'm choosing it over Call of Duty for sure. I used to love Battlefield 3, so I'm coming back. Yeah, don't people just get Call of Duty fatigue? Battlefield 1 was probably the last best Battlefield. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are the authorities. But there's an open beta right now going on, so if anybody wants to try and you have the specs for it, by all means. Oh, Scott's playing it right now. A beacon of joy for FTR analysis. Oh, Jerome, you're playing Miss Pac-Man. Now, see, that's a game. It's timeless, perfect, can't be improved upon. If Call of Duty came out every 3 or 4 years, it would probably feel more refreshing and rewarding. Yeah, instead of that, they do the opposite. They have layered teams working on it, working on different versions so that there's always another one coming. It's like trying to follow or watch pro wrestling. Eventually, you're going to get burned out. It's true. Dax is in love with JD from New York? Interesting. Well, doesn't he talk shit about AEW all the time? Oh, we got Nicki Minaj in Call of Duty J12? Oh. Well. It had to happen eventually, right? Well, maybe Battlefield can get Cardi B. And her name, the B can stand for Battlefield. It's the biggest war of the summer in history. Well, what do you guys? Let's get to Dynamite. Jimmy's taking his sweet time. So on Dynamite, the CMLL champ. Now I'm confused about this. What champion is he? Because I thought he was the CMLL heavyweight champion, but I also heard CMLL light heavyweight champion. Which is it? What is he? What happened? Am I growing my hair out? No, I only shave every 2 weeks. Hey, look who's back.
Sorry about that, man. Funny that I bring up Tony Khan and the real backers, and I got backed out. My computer literally crashed. I got a blue screen, man. What the hell? That's odd.
Don Stevens getting strong.
Damn, dude. But sorry about that. What were you talking about other than shaving?
I basically said no one really cares who owns AEW because what are you going to do if you find out? I said Warner Brothers, supposedly people have rumored that they have some sort of stake in the company.
Right. That's what I'm alluding to as well.
Right. Well, okay. If you know what percentage of stake they have in it, what are you going to do? Once you know that, what are you going to do next? Are you going to start asking like what? No. Where they just say, "Oh, we have 25%," and then what? What are you going to say now? Like what? Okay, you got your answer. Right. So,
well, I don't know what they're afraid of. That's what sort of bothers me.
Yeah, but anyway, whatever.
But you're right, Todd. It serves me right, man. Sorry, Tony. I'm sorry, bro. Never again am I gonna talk ill of AEW. Not. Yeah. Apparently, there's an update on Jay White's broken hand injury event.
Hopefully, it's not the same update that I gave last time.
I don't know, man. This is from the 8th of August, which is about maybe it could be. Well, apparently he's okay. He's also dealing with a shoulder injury now that's going to require surgery. Apparently, I think you did speak about this on Next Level, as a matter of fact.
So they're late on my reporting.
Well, yeah, it came up. There's recent news, but you know what, man? Like, what the hell, man? How did he do his shoulder? What do you know anything about that? It doesn't say here.
I don't know.
Damn it, Jay. We need you back, son. ASAP. But anyway, there was something else I wanted to bring up, and then the ESPN deal, Vet.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was listening to you guys this past Wednesday on the Next Level NXT Wrestling Review Show with you, of course, and Big Ray Hernandez. And I heard Ray saying that he could be done. It's over if he has to pay $30. I'm not trying to like rib him here or like even give him shit. I'm being serious, right? If he doesn't want to pay $30, I totally understand, man. I'm not saying I would either or wouldn't. But it seems like everyone's sort of jumping the gun, Vet. Is it true? I'm hearing that if you already have ESPN on your cable provider, you don't have to pay to watch any of these PLEs. Is that true?
I guess so, but you still need the app.
But do you have to
So
pay
I guess
for that
I guess the app is free if you have ESPN already, and
Right.
if you want to, but if you don't have anything and you just want to get the app as a standalone, then that's where your $30 a month comes in.
Well, I don't know if Ray's still got cable television or not, but I think he does through YouTube possibly. If he's already got ESPN, then I'm sure he's fine, and I'm sure everybody will be fine. But I mean, a lot of fans out there have been saying, "I'm not paying for this." Like, period. Nick Carney's cocky enough to believe that everyone will pay for it. What's your take on this, Vet? Do you think the fans will pay for it? Is everyone just air raiding, basically, Vet?
Well, I gave my take already because we already talked about it on Wednesday.
But you didn't bring up the fact that if you had ESPN, that you don't have to pay $30, whatever it is.
Do I think the fans will pay? I think some will and some won't. I mean, every time somebody says anything, people are ready to boycott something. So there's always going to be those people that just say it out loud and then they quietly just do it anyway because they know nobody's going to follow up with them. Random guy on the internet, random guy on X that says he's cutting off all his WWE. Do you think anybody's going to tweet him in 6 months and see if he's following up on that?
Probably not, obviously. But you know what? These guys and girls have been getting thousands of retweets over it, supposedly. From what I've seen, it's crazy, man. It's a cesspool, like on the X right now when it comes to all these weirdos, dude. But yeah, look, I think if they're gonna be good, people will pay. If they're literally gonna like blow everyone away, I guarantee you people will pay. But I think it's all the AEW marketeers also jumping up and down, sort of just playing up on it, if you know what I mean, because according to them, they've got the best storylines, and Mox is the wrestler of the year, apparently, for them. So, without Mox, AEW would be nothing, apparently.
I mean, well, I guess we'll see if there's an uptick in their ratings.
Well, there was. Funny enough. They went back up to 700,000. That's a big jump, dude. To be fair, actually, Vet. Does this mean anything, though? I just feel like this is just a one-off.
Well, it only means anything once we know what happens next week.
Well, that's it.
And the week after that.
But let's be real. If they do get another 700,000, say this week with Dynamite, then it shows that there must be a whole bunch of disgruntled WWE fans that are actually jumping over to watch the opposition and the alternative product. And you're probably right, J12. This is another thing that bothers me very before we start sifting. Brock ran off people.
Well, you got to pay that big salary somehow.
Well, can I ask, Vet?
Interesting timing how they announce a new deal and Brock Lesnar comes back. Like, damn, we need to subsidize this fucking this money sink.
Then what are they bringing back for? It's not like Vince is there, you know what I mean? Or is he?
I don't know. They just look. They're just gonna try to squeeze a couple more. He's gonna try to squeeze them for a couple more paydays. It's fine.
Jerome, to answer your question, no, he didn't. But allegedly, the fans are up in, up in arms because he's still a rapist or some shit. He pisses on, but he's done nothing, dude. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it again.
Look, let's not forget. The original complaint came out. He was not named. right?
Right. Absolutely. You're right. At first.
What happened?
Well, he got named.
No, I'm talking about immediately what happened.
When he didn't get named, you're saying? Well, there was rumors that UFC, if you remember.
Let me rephrase the question. What did WWE do?
Nothing. Oh, they took him off. They took him off television, actually.
You're right. They pulled him from the Royal Rumble.
They did pull him. You're right.
And they pulled him from the video game.
Absolutely.
Now, why would they do that? Yeah, that was if he didn't do anything. Look, they know what he did.
That's interesting.
They know what he did, even if we don't know.
All right. Say he did. Then why do they bring him back? What do they know that we don't know? Did they clean it up? Like, what happened here? Like, how is he how is he allowed to come back then? If he really did do something, then I'm not for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if he didn't, then I don't care about what everyone's complaining about.
Yeah. Look, I don't know the answer to that. I'm asking the question to prove a point.
Right. No, you're right. It's true. It's weird. I'm not going to lie. It's strange. There's a lot of strange shit going on in professional wrestling. I don't even know what to think anymore. But WWE has definitely become, I don't know, it's just bizarre and weird. In saying that, though, Vet, there's nothing else we could really put to that. You just put literally the full stop to that in a perfect way. You wrapped it up and tied it up in a bow tie, too, on top of that. I can't, because you stumped me. I got no answer to that. Like, when you just asked me that, I'm just like, you're right. I don't know what to say about that. So in saying that, let's get sifting, dude.
All right. Let's sift.
Let's sift, because we got a banger of a match first, right?
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Long one.
Yeah. Well, this is going to start. Dynamite's going to start. Oh, let's read Liz's comment. Let's put a little bow on the Brock Lesnar thing. Liz says, as a female fan, the issue for me is that if you bring him back now, it appears that you don't care about the environment for females in your organization, period. That does give people pause. And
right.
Janelle Grant, attorney, also put out a statement saying, like, basically the statement was this. That was the statement. They said it in legal terms or whatever, but that was basically the statement. So, and it appears pretty clear that this thing is going to go to trial at some point. So,
right.
It's not about, I keep saying this, it's not about getting a payday. It's about, this is like, whether it's orchestrated or whether it's just personal, it's just about getting this stuff out there and finishing this guy off once and for good, because he's got away with everything for his whole life. I'm talking about Vince McMahon here. So
yeah,
it's time to not get away with shit. You had a good run. Your time for getting away with shit is over. So,
well, he was on TMZ this week, funny enough, and people are calling him Pepe Le Pew. I don't know if you've seen the way he looks right now, but he was on TMZ a few days ago. He's got like the silver line in the middle, and he must have colored his hair on the sides. So it's like black with the white sort of strip. He apparently looks like Pepe Le Pew, which I kind of laughed. But I've noticed, like, even Vince is slowly creeping now. Suddenly he's back on television, like, in a small bit, but still. There's been talk about him. Of course, he had a car accident. Wasn't the first time he's done that in his Bentley. But, I just find it... I feel like Vince is coming back soon, man. I don't know why, man. I just feel like WWE is starting to... Because if Brock did do something and they just don't give a fuck, and WWE tends to do this type of shit, like even in the past, man, they're cocky, dude. The company itself is very cocky and very... They want to sort of basically flip the bird at everybody and said, fuck you, you're not going to tell us what to do. That's how I feel like they react to things eventually. And then they start doing it their own way, and they just don't care if they get any sort of heat. You know what I mean? But they do react to it too at the same time, which is, again, bizarre. They fire guys that are found to be innocent too. in things, which is bizarre.
Yeah, well, it's like they're a bunch of carnies. Hey, listen, if you want to bring Vince back, go ahead and try. Go ahead and try. I don't think anybody does, but I know that that's a narrative out there. I know that people, especially people at some channels, right? They definitely have a narrative, and they can't be wrong about their narrative. So every tiny breadcrumb that comes back, be like, look, people said coward. Vince is back. He's writing the shows because someone said coward. Well, somebody said coward on AEW. Like Hangman Page said coward. So, Hangman Page said coward. So is Vince writing AEW now? Get the fuck over yourselves, really. Go ahead. Try to bring Vince McMahon back. Meanwhile, the real life Vince McMahon, while everybody's speculating on what he's doing, what he's actually doing is fucking driving 90 miles per hour and hitting people with his fucking car. So bring him back. Go ahead. Bring him back. See what happens. You will all be talking about, once again, 5 years from now, you'll all be talking about, oh my God, the vet said it back then. You can check all the tapes. I've never changed my story. I've never said, oh, I don't think Vince ever left. I never said it. You just watch. Go ahead and watch. My track record speaks for itself.
It does. That's why he's the best in the world, damn it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm interested to see if they do something silly like that. But you know what's sad though, Vet? You still have those fans bowing to him, man. I mean, don't you remember when those allegations came out? He came back with a hostile takeover and made his way to the ring, and everyone was looking forward to what he's going to say after all these allegations put against him. He still got a massive pop, and all he said, which is funny because really he had a double meaning to it. He's basically saying, I'm going to be here now, then, now, and forever. You know how he said that? And welcome to WWE SmackDown. I felt like he was saying that he ain't going nowhere. He will always be here, whether you like it or not. The fans still freaking cheered him, dude.
Yeah, because most of them don't really follow all this shit like that. They really don't. Like, again, you two inside. All you guys are two inside. The internet wrestling community, two inside. But they don't represent the ticket buying public. All they know is they haven't seen Vince McMahon in a while. They don't read the news all the time. But besides that, what did he come back to do?
Just to cause trouble, it felt like. You know what I mean? To be like a...
Jesus Christ. Vince came back to sell. He sold the company.
Yeah, I know.
So why do people keep saying, oh, Vince is coming back? Well, if he wanted to be there, why is he selling it?
I still think, I think he still regrets it though, dude. I just think he's done that out of spite, whether, just so his kids don't even have it, man, because they were seriously, they thought they were getting the company, dude, for real. I feel anyway. Hence why they try to get rid of him from not.
Well, he thought, I'm sure he thought he wasn't going anywhere either.
True.
He wouldn't have been in none of this mess if he didn't sell. If he wanted to run the company, he should have owned it. You don't sell something and then try to still own it. That's the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard. Can anybody on this planet use their common fucking sense? Hey, I want to run something forever. So let me sell it to somebody else and then still try to run it. Yeah, right. You had the whole thing. You sold it. You fucked up. And then all the other ways you fucked up. And then most recently you fucked up because you hit somebody with a car. Why are you even driving?
Yeah, no, he's too old, man. He shouldn't be driving. I agree with that for sure. I mean, is he 80 yet? I'm pretty sure he's 79, 80 at this point. Either way, don't drive Vince, but who's going to stop him, right?
My God.
Anyway, screw him. Let's get back to
what
we're
screw him.
Supposed to do. Yeah,
You'll have to sign a bunch of stuff.
I know, yeah.
All right, let's get into this. So CMLL light heavyweight champion, which they don't really say that. They keep calling him CMLL champion like he's the real champion, but he's the light heavyweight champion. MJF cuts a promo on Mark Briscoe. And then, because apparently, according to the announcers, John Moxley stormed into a production meeting. They had to get that in. Hey, look, we have production meetings. And John Moxley stormed in there and demanded a match. So that's how he does it. I thought he just did whatever he wanted, kidnapped people, held belts and briefcases for years, whatever. I thought he did all that. I didn't know he went and said, "Can I have a match, please?" in the production meeting.
Yeah, he's very, actually, you're right. He doesn't really cuss that much, apparently. He's very respectful. He comes in, asks for his match. He actually says, please, and he receives what he wants. He's not a bad guy. I mean, come on.
Do you think he asked for Speedball, or do you think he regrets not specifying which opponent he wanted to face?
I guarantee you he did, Vic. Come on. Of course he did not. Actually, of course. Why would he want Speedball? Honestly. And why? I know we're getting up to this match right now, but did this match go for an hour? I felt like it went for an hour, bro.
Well, I mean, Mike Bailey's a 4th degree black belt.
I don't care.
He's a killer.
Speedball. He's not speeding.
Oh, they should call Vince McMahon Speedball.
Well, Speed Demon. More like it. That's a good one, Vet. I'll give you that. But the fact is, Speedball is the real deal, dude. He's the real deal. This guy is your future AEW.
Well,
world champion.
Yeah.
This guy, mate, I'm telling you, future of this company. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to it. So Kevin Knight has to come out because Marina Shafir is starting to get handsy.
Very handsy. As a matter of fact, she can't help herself like these days. I mean, is she the most loyal to him when you think about it?
Yes. Everyone
else is like just not doing it for him.
Oh, yeah. What about that Rolling Thunder on the... Well, Jon Moxley doesn't always like to sell, but sometimes he's not going to have a choice. I mean, the first time I ever saw a Mike Bailey match, I was like, everything looks like it hurts. I ain't taking none of that. Yeah, but anyways,
he looks stiff, dude. He's either a great workout, man, and he fools me, but I'm telling you, he does look like he stiffs a few dudes.
No, some of that ain't working.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, yeah. So Knight comes out when Shafir gets handsy. Then Darby Allin has to abduct Wheeler Yuta when Wheeler Yuta gets handsy. and then once that happens, once Yuta was abducted, then Moxley had to quickly defeat Mike Bailey. He stopped playing around, just beat him, and then went to go rescue his pet, I guess.
You're forgetting the buddy bag.
I'm not forgetting anything.
Okay,
You're way ahead.
Oh, shit. Sorry, man. It felt like... Anyway, it gets ridiculous, man. I can't help it. When you put these 3 names together now, and actually 4, including Darby, it gets a bit chaotic, man, and weird. You're right. I was ahead. Don't worry. It's coming up during the match or after the match. But anyway.
So Renee is with Windsor and Tony Storm. They do a promo and they... What's that? Was that the tango? Do they tango off?
They tango off.
Or waltz or...
Why, like... I don't know, man. Why is... Do you feel like, what's her name? Tony Storm is playing a bit of second fiddle here to Winter? A little bit?
Second fiddle? No,
Like, why is she fully backing? I know they got a history, but why is the sudden, like... We're all in with this Winter chick now. Suddenly, Tony Storm is backing her. She's right up the card.
Because Will Ospreay ain't there, and
oh yeah, true. She's the new one.
He said, "Look after my woman while I'm away."
Are they married or just going out? Oh no, they're married, dude. I think they're married actually.
Or you're fiance,
right,
or
her
something.
Kid is his stepkid. The way he talks about her kid over and over and over again. But anyway,
I think he's at least put a ring on it, whether it's an engagement ring or a wedding ring. He's put a ring on it because he liked it.
They really like him to be doing this with her. But anyway, whatever.
All right. So now we have Jon Moxley going to the parking lot to find a body bag with Yuta inside. And then he has to drag it out of the path of the vehicle that that Darby is driving, and then when Jon Moxley opens the bag to get Wheeler Yuta out, apparently he has a note stapled to his head that says "Forbidden Door."
I mean, this is ridiculous, dude.
Doesn't Darby know he just has to go into the production meeting?
That's all he has to do. And he doesn't even have to swear. He can just walk in and just say, "Can I please, or may I please, have a match with Yuta or Moxley, whatever." I'm sure he'd get his way, but instead, who's really the heel in this? You know what I mean? In many ways. I mean, Darby's doing some illegal shit. I mean, how is everyone going to stand back and just be all right with this shit? Now, this is my point about me and my losing touch. Because obviously I'm being sarcastic, right? When I see shit like that, give me some realism, dude. Like, where's the cops? Don't we get arrests anymore in wrestling? That used to be a thing. Why doesn't that happen anymore?
Only when they feel like it.
Give me
because they don't want to. Because then they don't want to have to go through the trouble of like actually going through all that extra to just fake it. Even to just hire more extras to arrest people or pose as police.
But this is worse to me, though. Like at the same, whatever.
I know.
Whatever.
Look.
I mean, what am I
all you're saying is everything I've been saying for 5 years. So
I know, and I know.
So like I get it. I'm already there with you. We all understand. Now, you did ask an interesting question, which is, you know, when Darby does this, you know, why does he get to go ahead and do this kind of stuff? Well, aside from the fact that this is all stupid,
right?
But the reason that he's doing it is because it's retribution. It's exactly because this is everything that the Death Riders have been doing. So it's not a heel thing to do if the heels do it first. Is basically the point.
Anyway, type of character. So I get it, but like,
right, Darby wouldn't do this to just anybody.
I know, but I get it. He almost feels like Batman at this point.
Yeah, something.
You know what I mean?
All right, so the CEO arrives and Renee marks out.
So did I, Vid.
Because Mercedes said, "Don't be a mark," or whatever she said.
Oh boy!
All right, here we go. We got what is this? A fatal 4-way match? Alex Windsor versus Queen Aminata versus Dark Sky.
Yes. It is
the Dark Sky.
Yeah, I like that.
Versus Billy Starks.
Yeah, this is crazy. This match sort of it was kind of crazy. I mean, I'm kind of liking. Look, I'm not going to lie, Vet. The women's division's sort of more interesting right now than what's going on with the men. I would truly mean that. I actually think this is more engaging right now than anything that the men are doing. Am I wrong?
Well, yeah, because they're not focusing on, you know, kidnappings and.
Right. It's just keeping it simple, dude. You know what I mean? We don't need kidnappings. We don't need stabbings and weird shit. Like, you know what I mean? Someone needs to die now. Like, that's the next step. Like, if we don't get a murder, like, remember when Rob Van Dam got murdered in TNA and got ridden off by Abyss? You know, they show him just all bloodied up and he was dead. They said he was dead, literally, even though he came back. Go figure. But they literally killed him. I mean, I want to see a death now in AEW. Why not?
Well, you've almost seen it a few times.
We're close. We're getting close, man. We're getting close. Who will be the first one to get killed?
I don't know, but it won't happen here. So Athena came out with Billy Starks because Starks is her minion. And Tony Storm is at ringside because Alex Windsor. And Athena tries to interfere and Tony Storm grabs her. And then Alex Windsor does a big package on Billy Starks for the win. So Alex Windsor wins the match. Then Mercedes comes out, and this might have been my favorite thing in the whole show is when Mercedes comes out and one by one takes all of her belts and hands them to Aubrey Edwards.
As classic.
Right. Now, of course, she oversells it by acting like she has to go down to a knee because of all the weight. But other than that, it was pretty funny.
She's a character, dude. I'm not hating
So
on
then
her as much as I was at one stage.
Mercedes takes the most important belt, the TBS championship, and holds it at Alex Windsor, the deadly belt hold, paralyzing her with fear. And while that's going on, and Tony's in the ring, now Tony is not facing the TBS belt, so she's not frozen.
Right.
The belt hold only works when you're facing against the plates of the belt, and then the glare and everything else. It's like Medusa when she has to look at you for you to turn to stone. You know this, Jimmy. You're a Greek, so
of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
What
so
about Alundra Blaze, that Medusa, she got the same.
No, not that one. The
I know,
other
I know.
one. Yeah.
I know. I knew who you were talking about. I was just being funny.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't funny. I know.
So Tony Storm's facing, she's behind Monet, so she's not frozen and she's coming up, but she doesn't see Athena on the top rope, and then boom, surprise O-face. Tony's laid out.
Well, when you're wearing, glasses, like pretty dark glasses, mind you, with what's the thing called that she wears over her head?
Tony?
I'm talking about Tony, yeah. What's it called?
I
forgot.
A shawl?
I guess a shawl, yeah. I mean, you can say a couple of different things, but it's just left my head. Whatever it is, how can she see? You know what I mean? I mean, God damn it.
Point.
Jeez. Yeah. Come on, Tony.
Well, hey, Athena and Mercedes also after this have a little staring contest too. Remember when they had a match?
Wow.
It was this close to Athena going to All In.
It should have been, dude. I was pissed that it didn't happen at the time, but still, can we get Camille eventually coming back now that I see Zayn?
No, we can't. Everybody just forget Camille. Why are you talking about Camille? That's old shit. Don't quit bringing up old shit.
Just Zayn made me think about it. That's all.
Yeah. I'm talking to them. I'm saying,
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, just give up on Camille. It's over.
Mona Ward, your own hall.
Renee is with the Young Bucks. And they Yes, they leave the interview to go over to some production guy and start telling him off. This guy is bigger than a lot of the people in AEW, which is kind of funny. I wonder if that was like on purpose. Like, who's the biggest extra we could get, and let's be small and tell him off because that's AEW style. Like, is that?
They're smartasses too, the Bucks, man. They're a lot more switched on than people give them credit for. To be honest, man.
Yeah. But anyway, they're bitching at him for all the bad stuff that happens during their entrance and how they don't get any, pyros or whatever. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. Renee's in the ring. She calls out the Don Callis family. Kyle Fletcher, regrettably, does a promo. Here's what I noticed about Kyle Fletcher as he was talking. I wasn't listening to a word he's saying, but I noticed because how he's got his buzz cut, right? It's just, he puts it on like a 2 and shaves the whole thing, right? Yeah. Well, he missed a spot. There was like one little tuft of hair, like right in this area here, that he missed with the clippers. So it was just kind of funny, and I was staring at that.
Are you sure it's not where his cyst is? He's got a cyst on his head.
It's hair.
If you notice. Okay, all right. Because I didn't notice it because I was watching it on my phone. So I actually didn't notice that. But he did have a cyst on his head, which I also forgot about now that I've just thought about it now. I wonder if it's still there or not. But, man, they love him over there, dude. I don't get it, man. I mean, I don't even like his look. And I know, don't give me the whole thing. I know, again, I'm not supposed to like his look. But I'm just looking at it from just in general. Like, I'm making weird different shit. But anyway, I've thought I've seen this before. Haven't we seen this a few years ago with another certain wrestler?
Yes. Because when Don Callis really likes, somebody in his family, he gets a painting commissioned of them. That's kind of his thing that he does.
It's a little,
Well, yeah, speaking of looks and not liking looks, do you feel like this is that maybe AI painted this?
You know what? It wouldn't surprise me. But you know what? If it was, it's a good job when you think about it, right? I mean, I don't like it. It looks weird, but still, if it did it though, I mean, that's impressive though, man. You never know. But I wouldn't put it past them. I think you're onto something. It possibly would be AI for sure.
Well, anyway, there's going to be an open challenge on Collision for Kyle's TNT Championship. So please look forward to more on that later. But for now, we have Alicia with Cope. And apparently the short version of this is that Tony Khan gave him a match with Stokely.
Oh, God, so he was the star of this, but anyway, continue.
Well, he's not here yet. So again, getting ahead of yourself. He's saying, Copeland is saying, okay, so there's a restraining order against me. So if I have this match with Stokely, is FTR going to come down and violate the restraining order, or are you going to let him wrestle me? It's up to you. And then we get part of the tournament, the tag team tournament, Brodido versus the Young Bucks, which they get, well, their entrance thing goes halfway up and they have to duck under it. They're announced as Max, or the graphic says Max and Jeremy.
Generation Me.
Yeah, Justin,
that's what it really is.
Justin Roberts makes fun of him again. And after a match that no one ever in the world ever wanted to see, Brodido hits that assisted monkey flip splash thing that they like to do and actually win the match.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised in some ways, because even though they're making the Bucks look bad, they still get the win, essentially. You know what I mean? Usually. But can I ask, Vet, as funny as this is in a way, and I use that in a light term, it's stupid sort of humor, but I guess it's kind of funny, I guess. What's the end game, man? Are we going to just get a Cena sort of thing where they're just eventually we're going to forget about what's going on with them and they just become baby faces with Kenny and the Elite's back and blah, blah, blah. It's one big happy family. We're not going to get a closure of the Bucks, because really the end game is them and they're out of the company. That's where it should be going, right, when you think about it. But I guess they're not leaving the company, so what's the point of all this crap?
I don't know. What else are you going to do with them?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you stop? Like, do you just do a WWE and just literally neuralize everyone, but it didn't work, if you know what I mean? Like, people didn't sort of forget.
Well, they don't have a time limit. Like, the Bucks aren't retiring at the end of this year, so they could take as long as they want and do whatever they want.
Oh, yes, but if you're going to do the same old shit, just punish them week in, week out.
Well, I mean, look, what did I tell you about asking me to book out for them? Okay, it's their job.
You're right.
And you also don't care what the answer is.
Plus, you're not
Stop pretending you care.
You're right. Pay the man, and then we can ask this question again in the future.
Yeah.
You're right.
Jeez.
You shouldn't even give free information out. Fuck them.
Yeah, dude. Like I give a shit. I wouldn't, you
right,
could ask you could ask that same question you asked about literally everyone else. What's the end game with Shane Taylor Promotions? Are you just gonna keep coming out here and having matches? Yes. Until you don't. Exactly. Every wrestler is gonna keep wrestling until they don't. The end. That's the end game. The end game is they retire.
That's it. You're gonna eat shit and love it.
Yeah.
That's it. Simple. You're right. Why do I
All
care?
right. Yeah, you don't care. I know you don't care. It's the Young Bucks. You don't care.
I know.
You gave up caring about them years ago. If you ever did.
That's true. I actually did at one stage. But
see? Those days are gone now.
So. Long gone.
Well, do you care about MJF and Mark Briscoe? Because they have a package catching everybody up on what they've been up to for the past couple of weeks.
I do care, because at least, this is the only thing really with all the men that has somewhat structure to it, right? They're keeping at it. They're keeping to it. So I like that. That's a positive, man.
Mhm.
I don't mind even if they continue going. You know what I mean? Like after this, obviously we get to the match, but I want to see some sort of like blow off where not just a cage, but something worse than that. Even you know what I mean? And
Well,
we
there's a
really
lot of
blow off.
stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on regarding the main event picture. It's all
Right,
tied into
exactly.
the main event picture. So we'll just have
That's
to see
right.
how things end up with that. But these guys are all in the top angle right now. Whether it's talking about Hangman, you're talking about MJF, Mark Briscoe supposedly would. I mean, Hangman would rather see him in a championship match than MJF. But anyway, well, so Renee is with the Hurt Syndicate, and they congratulate Brodido because they're just one step closer to getting hurt. And then MJF comes in, and the other two guys leave, and MVP is left, and he appeals to MVP, but ultimately MVP gives him the thumbs down.
Is this them? Like there's rumors that and I don't believe it, but who knows that the Hurt Business didn't agree with MJF being part of the group because it doesn't really suit the story. Which, if true, I can see where they're coming from, right? Because it is kind of out of nowhere. Or is this just them regretting? I don't even know what the hell is going on like when it comes to him and them, to be honest.
The only thing that they can do is reveal that this was all just set up so that they can help MJF beat Hangman.
So you paid him, basically. That's it.
Just so Hangman thinks that MJF's on his own.
Right. Which is so dumb that and then it makes everyone look stupid. But anyway, whatever. Cool.
Well,
It's so childish.
they would be stupid, but I mean, this whole thing's stupid. But I'm just saying, since you already did it this way, I mean, what else are you going to do? Are you really just going to end it after like 3 weeks?
I mean,
Or are you gonna play it out a little longer and then have MJF say, "Ha ha, we fooled you. We all fooled you." That's the only thing you can do. And especially if it gets a belt off Hangman, that's great for me. I like that. So let's go with that.
absolutely. I hope that happens. God damn.
Yeah, do a
He
Fatal
loves-
Influence. Fatal Influence already did it. We do it again. Oh, there's dissension in the Hurt Syndicate. Oh wait, no, there isn't. This is the plan all along.
Did you see the speedball and the Hurt Business thing, the skit with all the rumors that was going on this week that MVP hates speedball and all this shit?
I mean, yeah, was that on one of these shows?
Yeah, on Dynamite when they were walking in, and Speedball's on his phone, and they're like, "Fuck you, Speedball," and he's like, "Fuck you, MVP," and then he's like, "Come on, guys, say it," and they're like, "Fuck you, Speedball." You know what I mean? He's like, "Fuck you guys." That's funny though.
Was that like right at this part? Like right before this interview with Renee and all that?
Yeah,
Because I didn't write that. Here. I didn't write that down. So,
dude, that was one of the best things of the show. Even though it broke all the walls like completely, but the fact that Lashley and Shelton had to put their heads down and say it, like under their breath, like "fuck you, fuck you, Speedball." It's fucking funny, bro. But anyway,
all right,
that did happen.
Well, Alicia is with FTR and Big Stokely, and they talk a lot, but they basically say, "Fuck you, Adam."
Stokely was a friggin' star in this, dude. I loved his friggin' promo, dude. And seeing Cash Cashton actually breaking, like you could see, like he's laughing, dude. He's trying not to laugh, but he started laughing. Oh yeah, was it online? Because I saw it after the fact, and I assumed it was Dynamite. Because I saw it on the Dynamite week, on the Dynamite night. That was only on the blog or vlog.
Well, I remembered something about Mike Bailey with his phone when they were he was by a soda machine and they were like walking by.
I saw it. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I didn't see it on his vlog.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't either. I definitely didn't see it there. So well, whatever. It don't matter. Yeah. Okada Swerve package. Then Renee calls out Swerve because he only does his interviews like halfway down to the ring. So he's out there on the ramp. He cuts a promo on Okada. It's a basic wrestler promo. Then Alicia's with Mark Briscoe. Then Adam Page comes in and says he admires Mark and he hopes he wins and he wishes him luck. And then Renee is with Queen Aminata and Willow interrupts before Queen can say anything. And then Statlander interrupts the interruption. And she talks about women supporting women and she throws some confetti at Willow and leaves. And then we have our main event match. Mark Briscoe versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Okay. They have a match. The match is fine. The match is good. It's entertaining. It's a good main event match for TV. MJF goes for the heat seeker. He pins him. Mark gets his foot on the rope, but the ref doesn't see it. And before the ref can turn around to see it, MJF takes his foot off the rope. Then he gets the ring out. And he beats him bloody with the ring. And then Hank Person has to come out and get some of Max. And then security comes out. And then he's going to go for his buckshot lariat. But Max escapes. And that's how the show goes off the air. And Hangman checks on Mark, and he's a little bloody, but yeah, I think he'll be okay.
He'll be fine. And Zane, they always cuss on television in AEW. What are you arguing about?
Here's something that's, I really noticed this a lot in WWE, but it's AEW too. They will do all kind of shit to each other, like using the environment, using weapons, all this stuff. But they always act like the deadliest thing of all, no matter how silly it is their finisher. Even though in matches they let people like kick out of it. But like when it's a
minimum now.
Yeah, when it's a brawl at ringside or whatever, like, you know, like I said, like we're talking about Brock Lesnar, right? So Brock Lesnar comes out, you know, he could pick up the stairs and run the stairs into your face, and he could throw you into the 10th row, and he could drop you off the Titantron, and he could slam you through the announcer's table, and he could get like a lead pipe and beat you in the head with it and all this stuff. But the deadliest thing he can do is pick you up for that stupid phony looking F5. Like that's going to be the most painful thing he can do to you. You know, like, and the same thing with this buckshot lariat.
I hate the buckshot lariat too, man. It looks all right, but I still hate it.
Yeah. It's so deadly.
Effort for a clothesline.
Yeah. Yeah, just clothesline him.
Bro.
Why do you need to flip over first?
Why risk yourself getting hurt, just say, or botching by doing that? And then it doesn't make sense to me, dude. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't mean shit. Fuck finishing moves. They don't mean anything anymore, dude. And fuck weapons.
But you could tell the way WWE does it, like it's always like the last thing, like the final thing they walk away, you know? Like, oh my God, can you stop this psychopath and get some help? You know?
Well, like Zane says in the chat, that's in the video game, right? But they are booking like video game. It's becoming like the video games. And I'm not saying that as a joke. It truly is, dude. It's very similar, man. It's weird. Real weird. Well, anyway. Can't we just roll it back a little bit? Can we not like start again sort of thing? I'm talking about like, let's make everyone calm the fuck down and let's get back to the fundamentals, man, in all of wrestling. And then let's just start nice and slow again. They're just, you know, I don't get it, bro. I don't know why everything is so weird. Anyway, forget me.
Collision is next. And it's on Saturday, so had to cram it in. Paul Walter Hauser, the award-winning and nominated actor, and you may know him as Stingray from the Cobra Kai and other stuff.
Standing, bro.
Well, he's on commentary the whole night. It's a 3-man booth. What a treat!
Fuck him.
I actually don't have an opinion one way or the other.
I didn't ask for him. Did you ask for him? I didn't ask for him. The fans probably didn't ask. Well, then again, actually, let me take that back.
On the a la carte menu, I did not order Paul Walter Hauser.
I was going to say, because for a moment I thought, no way you're going to say he was part of the a la carte.
No.
Thank God he's not.
But I mean, I'm just saying, he was out there. They sent him out there, and I'm not going to send him back. I'll just eat it, you know? Like, it's fine.
Do you think they paid him a lot? Or
No,
is he a fan, like a
they
real
probably
fan where he's
paid
cool?
whatever was, legally required. I don't think he's going to hold them over a barrel for it.
I'm laughing at Kenny's question. He
Oh
asked,
yeah,
would you,
yeah, 100%, Paul, 1000%, Paul.
not the
I
Rizzo?
mean, they're about the same size, but still, Paul.
They're very close. It's true. One's
Yeah.
a lot younger, which is weird. But it's funny.
The first match is Fletcher's open challenge, but it's not that open because at some point during the week, AEW promoted that it's going to be Tomohiro Ishii taking on. Yeah.
Yeah, Fletcher. How stupid was that? The fact that they promote.
Why not put the silhouette with question marks? Like a Kyle Fletcher open challenge. But
Well, then why call it an open fucking? Anyway, whatever. I get.
and
why
Zayn
was it playing?
was upset. He's mad because how many people they have under contract and they have to bring in the Stone Pitbull. Well,
Yeah, well, they don't have Ishii. All right.
yeah,
in
if
the
anybody
contract.
yeah,
That's
if
what
anybody
matters.
was as good as the Stone Pitbull, they wouldn't have to bring him in. And they should fire everybody and bring in Stone
Absolutely.
Pitbull.
Absolutely. Say it to
Why don't
his
they just
face,
make him
Zayn, I
full
dare you
time?
to.
He's just see the writing on the wall. New Japan don't care about him.
Right. I mean, he's making more appearances with AEW now. I mean, I can see.
I
him
can only
signing.
assume it's just because he doesn't want to live in America and he's not gonna go back and forth, I don't think he wants to. So
Interesting. I'm not sure how he feels about the US, but maybe you're right. I mean, who knows? I mean, but a lot of these guys do make the move eventually.
yeah, but a lot of them like America. Maybe Ishii doesn't want I know he spends a lot of time over here, so I don't think he
a
doesn't
lot.
like it. But there's
Right.
a difference between enjoying to go somewhere and it being your home. So
Right.
maybe that's
Especially-
maybe he has a situation that he can't really leave in Japan. I don't know.
Is he married? Do you even know? Not that you would.
They're
probably,
pretty private about that stuff. I would have
They
no
are,
idea.
that's
He
why I'm
probably is. He probably is.
but- Can you imagine his wife?
But here's what I don't understand.
What's that?
Okay, look. Ishii's an older guy, and a lot of people talk trash about him, including Jim Cornette and other people. But he's still better than most of these people here, and he can go whenever he wants to. And this is one of those times when he decided he wanted to go. So these guys went pretty balls out for a random collision match. But why you let this kid brain bust you on the apron? You've seen him. Adam Cole's at home now. Why are you going to let him do that? I know you don't have a neck, but still, it's scary.
Well,
you know?
actually, he doesn't have a neck, so that's true. And he's
The man that breaks necks
Come
versus the
on.
guy with no neck. Something's got to give, right? Yeah.
Well, one did give, unfortunately, for Cole. But you're right. I don't know. They trust his. I mean, they really love Fletcher, dude. I can't explain it. Like, he's
Well,
really
even if the
becoming
company
their
loves
guy.
him, that doesn't mean you got to let him give you a brain buster on the apron. Especially if that's not the finish, because guess what? He wins with a regular brain buster in the ring. Much later. So
told you, they don't
why
understand.
couldn't you I mean, what is I don't know what goes through these kids' minds, but why couldn't you brain bust him on the apron and then just roll him in and pin him with that? Why do you have to have the second half of the match after you supposedly cripple this guy?
I told you, man. It's all backwards. I don't know what to say anymore about this because it's an ongoing thing that happens over and over and over again, man. Is it the agent's fault? I'm blaming the agent.
It's everyone's fault.
Right.
Even Ishii. It's everyone's
Because
fault.
He should know better, right?
Yeah, he should say no.
He's the vet.
Kyle shouldn't even ask. The agent should shut his mouth. Imagine being an agent in AEW. You know? Holy shit.
Imagine you being an agent in AEW. Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Just a thought.
Oh my God. Every match would have, there would be so many more matches on the show because I wouldn't allow any of them to go that long. Like, you guys are going to hurt each other. You cut this down to 2 minutes with entrances.
That would be something to see, man. I swear. Oh, man. That's good. That is golden. I swear, man. I could just see you exploding, bro. Like, just losing your shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I would see what would happen is it's the same. There's a reason. Well, first of all, the number one reason I'm not involved anymore is because I don't want to be. The number two reason I'm not involved is because if I were, then I would just get blackballed eventually because people would get tired of hearing me explain stuff to them.
Yeah,
So
you eventually will end up like screaming too. That's the thing about you. You know what I mean? Eventually, even if you try to be cool,
yeah,
you're just gonna end up snapping eventually. You'll be like, fuck.
Well, no, I mean, no, because see, that's the thing. Like, I don't do the Jim Cornette thing.
No, you
or
don't.
the CM
Fuck
Punk
no.
thing. I don't care
Absolutely
enough.
not.
You
Right.
have to care to get to that level of anger or physical violence. So when people would do, look, here's the thing. So when I was wrestling, or even when, well, the people that I would agent their matches, they really wanted me to help. So that wasn't an issue there. But anytime I'd be working with somebody, it usually wasn't a problem. But if they wanted to do something stupid, I'd just be like, okay. And it would play out however it played out. I'm not going to argue, not that much. You know, if it's too stupid, I'll just say, well, let's not do that. But for the most part, when they wanted to do something stupid, but it was only stupid and not dangerous, I'd say, all right, because if I tell you, you're going to get mad at me. If I show you that it sucks by you living it, that's how you learn. You won't learn from me telling you. You learn from doing it and being like, oh shit, that sucked. I was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. So
I agree with saying.
You know what I mean? We don't say that here.
Yeah, I mean, you don't?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Come on.
That's not us.
Well, wait a minute. But what's his name? He's from Sacramento, Jacob Fatu.
I mean, but he got that from somewhere else, didn't he?
Oh, I think he's done a lot of time in the Bay Area, though. So
yeah,
actually, that makes more sense. I think it's a Bay Area thing, actually, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, is it? Yeah, it's still like the Bay Area is considered North California, but only because it's not Southern California. It's Middle California, exactly. And I'm a little bit north of Middle, so
you're in that
it's not really the same area.
But can
you can thank us for people saying hella. That's our contribution to linguistics.
Hey, fun fact, Sacramento is the capital of California, for anyone that doesn't know.
That's right.
You know, people think Los Angeles, you know, but
yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, it might as well be, but it's not.
Right, it's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, so afterwards, Kyle Fletcher does a promo about beating legends. So if you want to make any more Randy Orton comparisons, here's one for you.
I was about to spray when you said that. I'm sick of this, man. I feel like, don't worry. He's not Randy Orton, bro.
Yep.
He might somewhat resemble him. But I don't even think he does. It's more his build. Just his size, build.
Well, he's killing legends now, so. I mean, if you consider Adam Cole a legend.
I mean. Some people do, Vet. I mean.
Hey. I'm just saying what he said. But he's saying, New Japan, we got Forbidden Door coming up, so send your best. I want your best. Who do you think is the best? And I'll beat him. Yes, right.
That's the. I hate to.
No, not used to be the best. I mean, now the best.
That's why I said it. I bet you'll be Tanahashi. What's the bet, dude? It makes sense. He's killing legends. He's not the legend killer. He's killing legends. So that's his catchphrase. Get it? It'd have to be Tanahashi. You know, eventual progression. You know what I'm saying?
Well, damn. I mean, Tanahashi's also on the retirement tour, but it's going to end early if he has a match with Kyle Fletcher. So don't do it.
I hope he doesn't do that
do it,
spot on him,
Tanahashi.
because just don't, man. He can't move, bro. I've seen it firsthand. He really like paddles, bro. Like he waddles, like walking around. It's not cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we get a Don Callis promo backstage, and he says the same thing, basically saying, hey, send a guy on Wednesday. So he's basically repeating what Kyle says. Kyle was saying, I need somebody for Forbidden Door. And Don Callis saying, yeah, I need somebody for Forbidden Door, but you need to send him on Wednesday. So I guess we'll find out on Wednesday if Tanahashi's going to show up.
So I will find out earlier because I'll promote it by accident.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. Oops.
Yep.
Earlier in the day, Ricochet and the gang beat up a room full of people.
It's funny. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was doing that, but hey.
Again, Lance Archer gimmick, but it's fine.
I mean, he's bigger than Lance Archer.
Yeah,
bro.
he's not using it. Lance Archer's new gimmick is standing around not doing that. So somebody's got to take up the old gimmick, right? So.
Oh, man, I feel bad for Lance too, bro, because, again, if you're that big, you're a loser, bro. Simple. It's just simple as that.
All right. Alicia is with the matriarchy and blah, 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 blah. And the point is the next chapter is ending the career of Christian Cage. So there you go.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
Please end it. Please end it, guys. By all means. Yeah, actually make contact with the concerto this time. Try to end it. Please try to end it. Megan Bain versus Emily Rose.
Any idea who?
I could barely finish typing that before it was over. Like they announced her name, so I went to my phone and was like Emily, and then it was over. She beat her.
You're
it's
a
over.
fast typer. How the hell did they beat you to it?
And I was swiping too. That's the thing. I didn't even like type. I was using the swipe and
Well, you
ding ding ding.
Like that? Really?
Ding ding ding.
Wow, that's impressive, actually, Vet. Though
it's got to be a
Nice
record.
swipe.
It's got to be an AEW record.
You think so?
Yeah, for matches under, like for non-platinum Max Caster challenges matches under 14 minutes. Yes, it's got to be pretty fast.
Yeah, it was fast, man. I hate how they call her out for Thessaloniki, bro. I don't like it. My nose has got blocked for something. Dude, when you make me laugh, when anyone makes me laugh, I get sinus freaking problems. I don't know why. And now I'm screwed. I can't even talk properly, damn it.
Sorry. Well, you could just let me run down the rest of this and we can get out of here.
Go for it. See, don't make me laugh.
All right, so Lexi's with the learning tree, and they're pissed off. And Juice may end up headless because Big Bill is going to rip it off, is what he says. Then we have Juice versus Ricochet, and they're accompanied by their respective friends. And, of course, there's some shenanigans. Commentary team brought up QT Marshall, and that reminded me, like, thank God he's not on television anymore.
He's still signed, though.
That's fine, but we don't have to look at him or hear him.
And
that was a thing that we used to have to do, especially on Collision.
You're right, all the time.
So every time we complain,
right,
we should be thinking the first thing we should come to our mind is at least QT is not on the show anymore.
I agree. But I didn't mind the skits, though. The TMZ skits were kind of funny, you know what I mean? But that went nowhere anyway.
All right, so anyway, they tossed Austin Gunn over the announce desk. And while that was causing a commotion and the referee was like, hey, don't throw guys over the announce desk, Big Bill snuck in the ring and kicked Juice's head off just like he said he was going to. And then Ricochet was like, oh, well, spirit gun, 1, 2, 3. Thanks for coming, Juice Robinson. Yeah.
Ricochet's the man, dude.
Yep. He's obviously the best. You know who else is the best? Athena.
Who's that? Oh, well, of course. Absolutely.
But what did you think of this Athena by the numbers? This was very WWE type presentation, wasn't it?
Yeah, but do you think that's her idea? Because I feel like she's in control of her shit compared to a lot of the women because of Ring of Honor, per se. And I think Tony has a lot of trust in her to do what she does. Otherwise, I don't think she would have even gone there. You know what I mean? In many ways. Look, man, as long as she's enjoying herself and she's being great on television, I'm enjoying this. I'm all for whatever, whoever decision this is. I feel like TK is not that switched on for this sort of presentation, Vet. I think it's all her because of what she's learned.
It's interesting. Interesting idea.
You don't like it?
Well, I don't really like when they ape each other's ideas. I like when they both try to come up with new stuff. And this is like, whether it's her idea or not, this is a blatant ripoff of what they do in the Royal Rumble every year.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like blatant.
Like even to the voiceover, the way the voiceover's done, it sounds the same. Like it sounds the same. The just the whole presentation is the same. But
I
anyways,
just feel like it's her, man. I don't know.
yeah. Well, anyway, it's fine. I'm just saying it's a little bit.
But Todd hit the nail on the head. We should actually all be lucky that Athena is actually on AEW TV these days.
Well, yeah.
Amen to that.
But this is. I mean, on this particular show, I think this is all the Athena we get, right?
Yeah, I don't remember later on.
Yeah, so could have had some live Athena rather just why couldn't she come out and deliver this information herself? Like, did you know I've been this many times, like this many days champion, this many defenses, this many, like, rattle it all down, like, whatever, doesn't matter.
Because Ring of Honor, right? Apparently AEW doesn't care about Ring of Honor. Like, so
yeah, sure, why not? But still, tell us how many title defenses she had in Ring of Honor.
And how long has she been champion for? It's been over 2 years, man.
Lexi's with Max Caster. He does not thank Jet Speed for helping him last week. And he does not say that he got a moral victory. It was actually Roosh that got a moral victory for surviving 5 with the best wrestler alive.
Stupid though, still, in my opinion, but whatever.
And then he pumps up with some push-ups and some nutcracker thing. All right, FTR and Stoke versus 3 guys.
Yeah. I don't, me, I don't like this type of shit, but I'm all for it because of Stokely. That's it. And
Stokely actually helps with the double spike pile driver. And he wins. He wins the match. Stokely wins the match.
Wow. I think it's close to 1,000 days. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. That's a long time, man. That's fucking over 2 years, man. Like, easily, like, crazy. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Zane Renee has been looking good, actually, man. I've noticed lately, too. She's looking a lot better than she used to.
I think her marriage is probably aging her horribly. So,
really?
Speaking of which, Mox and Darby have a package here next. And then Daniel Garcia joins the announce desk for Hechicero.
I love me some Hechicero.
Versus...
yeah.
Versus AR Fox.
Yeah.
Me. He got the jobber entrance, like, AR Fox. Hey.
Hey, AR Fox. I'm like, hey, AR Fox. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hechicero had the blue back on, Jimmy. I'm sorry to tell you.
I don't get it. What am I missing, dude? I'm trying to figure this out.
It's just a different look, I guess.
It doesn't suit him. His blue's not in his palette, man.
But the hottest part of the flame is the blue.
You're right. Or is it green, actually, the hottest?
I don't know. I don't see green. I only see blue in the... Well, anyway, he had blue.
Though.
What he had was blue.
Yeah, I don't feel it. But can I ask you one question about that with the Mexicans, actually, particularly? Have you noticed a lot of the wrestlers, the Mexican wrestlers, have got that Wolverine, or should I say the Eddie Edwards claw marks, like, on their body? Like, even Penta's got it. Phoenix has got it, but they got it tattooed not on their pecs, but like on their arms. Whereas the Los Lethargicos have got it on their pecs. Is there a meaning behind that? Because I feel like there's got to be, but I just don't know it.
I don't know.
It's obviously got to do with Mexican lucha something. We've got a few Mexican listeners. Does anyone know what the meaning is of that? I'd like to know. Please tell us in the chat. Thank you in advance. It stands out to me, man.
I thought it was just something they did because they thought it looked cool.
I thought it was too, and then I saw Phoenix and Penta have the same thing, and I'm like, why?
Lab rat says the closet's doing dead grandfathers. That's why I call he's referring to fucking Berto and yeah, like and Angel, like Angel, they have those because they did this thing in NXT, and I ended up calling them Ghost Scratch because they kept dreaming of their.
I've heard you say that. You're right.
Yeah.
You still
Go
say
scratch.
that, actually. To this day,
But
I
that
still
doesn't
say-
explain why. I mean, look, it's not a Mexican thing because, well, Eddie and Davey did it because they were
Right.
the
the
American
what's it
Wolves
called?
or whatever.
Yeah, the Wolves.
Yeah. And those weren't even real tattoos. They're just, just like the other two guys are.
Yeah, but Penta and Phoenix, the actual real tattoos, not.
But
not
they're
fake.
also those also look different though. I mean, Ray
Oh, they
Phoenix's
very
doesn't look
similar,
like.
dude. They look very similar, man. Like if you look it up, I'm telling you, they look very similar, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know, but
I should look into that. I mean, shit, it's called Google. I might as well Google it. I'm sure there's some sort of information out there.
yeah. But anyway, yeah. So, Shane Taylor Promotions is watching this in the. It's watching this in the back, and they have a reverse monkey flip into choke for the win for Hechicero.
He's been getting the wins, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he does have a half and half contract, right? He's signed with both AEW and CMLL now, apparently. However that
I guess
works.
so.
So, yeah, give him the wins. Give him a title, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
As far as it being a tribute to Perro Aguayo, I don't. I mean, dogs aren't normally associated with like having a vicious scratch.
Like
Dogs are more
that's true.
associated with biting, so
Just because
probably
he's a
not.
perro.
Probably a reach, but nice try. For some reason they show an Acclaimed package, like about not about the Acclaimed as a team, but about these two guys and how they've been having them falling out, and Billy Gunn's been in the middle of it. Who cares?
It's so
Weird,
weak the way they build it.
weird
So
Harley Cameron vignette.
What the hell was this, dude? She
Yeah, what
possessed
was
now?
this?
She's possessed.
I don't know. First she was wrapped up like a mummy, then she got one of those Rip Hamilton masks, and then
She was funny at one stage. Now it's like, just drop it, girl, please.
you're over it.
Yeah, I mean, she was on fire for a short period where she was hitting it out the park, but now it's just over. Yeah, I'm just done with it. I don't care, man.
Well, are you over the Triangle of Madness?
Well, yeah.
You want to give them the
yeah,
voice?
all right, I'll give it.
The Triangle of Madness. Finish him.
Yeah, pretty good.
I had to do the Mortal Kombat. Oh, I
Yeah.
should have done Fatality next time.
Next time. Well, I mean, it was a fatality because their opponents were Queen Aminata, Ty Mello,
Oh,
and Willow
boy.
Nightingale. You know,
Fatality. Fatality.
actually, the closest we got an animality because
Yeah, good one.
because Willow did the pounce on Tekla when Tekla was doing the spider thing.
Right, good. She sure pounced the spider. Fuck a spider. Dude, I feel like she's the new, I don't know why, but doesn't she look like Frost, Lady Frost, in a way? Just
A
smaller
little bit.
version and blonde. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I mean, they're a little similar look.
Her,
there.
her mannerisms too remind me of Frost. I don't know why. It's just, I feel like she's the upgrade now to Frost, and then I just don't care about her anymore.
Well, I don't know.
But I
She
think
got pounced.
Tekla-
She got pounced, but Ty Mello got double team move by the other two, and they won.
Ty Mello is the most useless friggin'. Anyway, just come on, man. She can't wrestle. She never could wrestle, to be fair. But now she just comes across as just, ugh. Like, I don't know, man. Just stop paying her.
Yeah. So next we get like a Skyflight sort of vignette package, something, and Scorpio Sky just said Skyflight ain't going nowhere, and then I'm like, you
Is it
guys
not
haven't been
flying?
somewhere.
Yeah.
You have to have been somewhere. You had like one match. All right.
Oh, boy. Oh, Todd, what's with that comment, dude? Damn. What do you know that I don't? Jeez.
Hey. Oh,
Hey, yeah.
hey.
No, but yeah, this Sky.
She got the
Time
job when
Skyflight-
Ace was still there.
Oh, God damn it, Zane. Why are they getting all explicit with us now suddenly? Anyway, I don't need to see it, Zane. All good. But this sky scorpion thing, whatever, sky flight times, whatever how they called. Can we just kill this already? It's just
No, they're not going anywhere. He said so.
okay.
But where we're gonna go is the FTR promo. So Stokely said he's gonna make Adam his hoe, and who cares what the other two guys said?
Stokely's like I said, man. Stokely's the man. Screw who he's backing, but he's becoming more over than they are, man. Does it feel like that? I mean, because it does.
I mean, he should be.
Absolutely agree.
But is he the best wrestler alive? Because next is the Platinum Open Challenge. And Max looks like he's having a heart because this time when the crowd chanted, he looked like he was going to tear into him, but then he said that was better. So he's turning back. He's slowly turning back. But anyways, his opponent is Shibata. Shibata takes 2 minutes and 8 seconds to beat him. And then he helps him up and gives him a handshake with good sportsmanship. So maybe Max has learned a valuable lesson after all this time. But here comes LFI to beat the shit out of him and them, like both. And Jet Speed has to come out and help and get rid of these guys. And then...
But he doesn't want their help, remember? He never wants their help.
Well, they came out anyway, but I guess the reason why was because your main event is Hang Person, Adam Page, and Jet Speed versus
what a team.
Los Facción Ingobernables. Which is, of course...
Ingobernables. They're lost. They're not even Mexico, Japan. They're lost. They're just lost. It should be called Lost Ingobernables.
Well, they lost this match. That's for damn sure. Buckshot to Dralistico. Obviously.
That's drastic.
Yeah, it's drastic.
Dralistico.
No point in even talking anymore about it.
Well,
it's a straightforward, it's a relatively straightforward show. There was some good
it was actually
quality content on it, but nothing like earth shaking. And I guess that's the best you could hope for anymore.
We're the best wrestle vet. I mean,
yeah, try not to screw anything up, I guess, is the main thing. And
you know what?
I guess they didn't.
Credit. They went, it wasn't an eventful show, right? But you know what? It was safe. It was simple. It didn't make me that angry, put it that way. Dynamite was fine as well. Like, it was cool. I mean, I do feel there is a little bit of momentum with AEW, but I don't know if they know how to capitalize on it, though. Especially right now, I feel like they should do anything possible to make their show 100 times better, while WB is kind of starting to get on their knees because whatever's going on over there, they can really capitalize on, but they won't because they just don't know how to. But we'll see. I'm curious to see how their ratings... Like we've said a million times, the ratings don't matter, but in this case, it will show a lot of what's going on with WWE because I feel like a lot of those viewers have jumped up to watch AEW and actually give it a chance. So we'll see.
Let's see. I mean, every day is the first day you can choose to try to turn the corner.
Right. Absolutely. You've always got a chance, man. As long as you're still in business, you got a chance.
Yeah. So let's just, but you know, they had a chance, and for this week, their chances over.
Yeah.
And so's the show.
Right. Yeah. No, they're not going to, I think it'll drop anyway. There's no way they're getting 700. I don't know what happened that week, but this week, nah. They're going to drop back to 5 something, probably. In my opinion. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I want them to like sort of get better. You know what I mean? I do want them to get better, actually. Not sort of. I actually do. So we'll see what happens, man. But I guess we can take it home. It feels weird. Even though we still did 2 hours, but we're just under 2 hours. Which is...
Well, yeah, I did 2 hours. You did about 1 hour and 50 minutes.
Well, yeah. Okay. Because
you took a dip. And I carried for a couple minutes. So
You're
maybe
right.
that's why it feels a little short, but I assure you is correctly right on time. You can find me at Opinion Haver on all your favorite social media platforms.
Nice.
You can catch me on Mondays at 6:30 p.m., 9:30 p.m. Eastern for the Impact Attack with Brandon. Talk about TNA. You can catch me every Wednesday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. For the Next Level Wrestling Review, Big Ray Hernandez. We talk about NXT. You could check out Wrestling with Rip Rogers every Friday, Concrete. You could check out Stevie Richards' show every Friday, Concrete. You could check out Limpin' Ain't Easy some Wednesdays when Timmy's got a guest. And that's pretty much it for everything else. For me, for everyone, for Jimmy.
Hey, what are you playing, by the way, tonight? Or today, sorry.
I don't know.
It's like that, huh? I don't even know what to play anymore, man. Have you played, forget it. I'm going to ask you. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to take this home. But anyway, look out for the Smack Attack later on tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is myself and R to the B to the V. There could be a guest. I'm not sure. That's obviously on Rick to organize because he was telling me that, but I don't know what's going on there. But that's at 7 p.m. Eastern. So look out for that, for the Smack Attacky. While I, get a couple of hours sleep at least and wake back up to do this very same thing. Also, Tuesdays, 10 a.m. Eastern. If you like your WWE Raw, like we like it Raw, well, tune in Tuesdays, 10 a.m. Eastern with myself and, of course, Big Ray Hernandez, where we talk all things Monday Night Raw. So don't forget that. And, of course, the Wreckage at 11 a.m. Easterns every Sunday mornings, live right here on Having Meeting Group's YouTube channel with myself, of course, and the vet. So look out for that next week, 7 days from now. In saying that, I am Jimmy T. He is the best in the world, Jamie the Vet Williams, and you've been listening and watching the
Wreckage.
Wreckage. Until next time, peace, and we're out. See yous.